guys, countryfriedgoth here. So I am here for an update vlog because there has been so much shit going on and everything else. I have a lot of things on my plate right now. Internships. Mercy for Animals never called back my law professor, which, you know, is just as well because I started the ketogenic diet and they did have a vegetarian version, but a lot of the stuff that they're like, eat this, I hate. So I did start eating meat again. So since that internship opportunity kind of fell through and we never heard back from them, I'm looking elsewhere for internship opportunities, but I'm trying not to let myself worry about it, but at the same time I am, because a lot of companies are like, we won't hire you unless you have experience. But it's like, I want to get paid for my stuff, and most internships aren't paid. And like, if I'm going to be like taking time away from my job, I need to get paid, you know? So I'm trying to find that and everything, but I'm trying not to let myself stress out about it because, you know, everybody else is getting their internships and everything, but pretty much everyone else in my class is graduating in May. So, but I still have another year, you know, like I'm not done. I keep telling myself that you're not done. You have all the time in the world to go find a freaking internship with what you actually want to do. But I feel fucking stressed like all the time because it's like you have to get an internship before you can like get a job. Like a job opportunity could arise from an internship and everything else, which I understand. But at the same time, it's just like super freaking stressful. I haven't really talked about it, but I have considered moving to London and the UK and all that kind of stuff. And since I want to make contracts for a record company, I was looking into record companies that have like London divisions, and I talked to my law professor about it, and she said that if I do go overseas for that kind of work, like even though like in a way I'm dealing with the law, but in a way I'm not, she's like, you still have to know what their laws are. So she suggested that I look into doing a semester abroad, which is really fucking expensive. So that is also another thing that's like halfway on the plate, halfway not, because I'm not really entirely sure if I want to do that, because that's a lot of time away from Danielle. I know that a semester is only like 3.5, 4 months, whatever, but that is still a lot of time away from Danielle. And I mean, like, you know, I'll miss my family and stuff too, but it's just I don't see my family every day the way that I see her. So I feel like I would wind up like freaking out and getting like super homesick. So I'm just kind of like on the fence about that whole thing. I started, as I mentioned before, I started the ketogenic diet, which I had heard about it from one of my friends. She's had trouble losing weight like her entire life as well. And then she's like, oh, the ketogenic diet helps. So I just thought that it was like low carb, high fat, but it's like so much more detailed than that. So I did my research and everything, and then I was watching a Metal Ass Gaming stream, and the people that run that, Jake and Kaya, they are also on it, and they're like, yeah, it's way more involved, you just have to look it up. And then Kaya, I asked her, which if you've never seen a Twitch stream, which they stream on Twitch, like the Twitch stream has like a chat box where you can like talk to the people who are streaming. So whenever they first started talking about it, everybody was like, what is that? You know, what all does it entail? Blah, 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 blah. So then I asked Kaya, I was like, because she's like, oh, I watch somebody on YouTube and like I get my recipes and ideas and stuff from there. So I asked her who it was, and the person is Ruth May. So if you're interested in learning more about the ketogenic diet or possibly going on it yourself, look at Ruth May. She has a lot of videos, like if you're vegan and want to do the ketogenic diet, or vegetarian and want to do the ketogenic diet, a lot of her videos have like vegetarian or vegan like influences, meaning like, you know, like she eats cheese but it's vegan cheese, or you know, like that kind of stuff. So as far as jobs go, I'm still working at the hospital cafeteria. Working weekends isn't so bad, but I still don't like it. I mean, like, there's definitely, which it's kind of getting better, but I think I mentioned in a previous video that there was a bunch of like stupid crap going on. So a lot of us got together and went to HR about it and was like, you know, like these issues need fixed. You know, we're not the only people that think this, because there was 10 of us that, no, there was 9 of us that went, and then there was a bunch of people who couldn't go either because they had the day off and couldn't make it in, or because they were behind with their stuff, and you know, somebody had to stay down there in the kitchen while we were all gone. So things were like really rocky there for a minute, but they're starting to get better. You know, I feel less retaliated against in a way. It wasn't really like retaliation, but it was just like, there was like awkwardness, and you know, there shouldn't have been at all, and there was. But it's getting better, which is good. But that, like, the job itself just like stresses me out, because like we're in the middle of changing and going to room service. Right now the way that we do it is like we have a set menu that we go by, like Monday is this day, Tuesday is this day, and then that's just how it goes. But a lot of the people are like tired of that, because you know, if you are in the hospital for like, you know, a month, let's say, and you know what you're gonna get every day of the week, like it gets old. And depending on what your diet is, like you have restrictions, so you can't really get what you want. So we're switching to room service, and it's gonna be even more stressful, because now instead of, you know, like breakfast is served at 7, lunch is served at 11, and dinner is served at 4, like now it's just gonna be anytime the patient's hungry, they call down an order. So I don't know how it's gonna go. I'm really nervous for it, even though I only work weekends and I'm only a cook every other weekend. People like to call in and they like to pull me to do things that I don't know how to do. So I'm really nervous that that's gonna happen. And the only people that really know how room service works are the supervisors, because they took the supervisors instead of the, like, you know, they supervise. They're not gonna actually be like hands-on all the time. I mean, they're hands-on sometimes, but it's not all the time. So they took them instead of the people who are actually gonna be doing it all the time. Doesn't make sense to me, but whatever, they don't pay me to think. So yeah, that's how work and stuff's going. So yeah, that's just kind of what I've been up to. Oh, video schedule. So now that I actually have all the fucking parts of my camera, let me tell you this story. Remember the softbox incident where the first time they sent me just the softbox, the second time they sent me just the stand, and then the third time they actually sent me everything I needed? It was kind of like that with the camera, but at the same time it wasn't. Like, it was my fault for not like looking to see like all I needed. I was under the impression that whenever a camera was sold as body only, that like it came with like a run-of-the-mill lens that, like, you know, you would use. No. So whenever I opened up my camera and took off the thing, there was no lens. So I'm like, great. So then I had to spend, so I spent almost $900 on the camera kit. So then I had to spend another $500 on lenses. And yeah, so I finally fucking have everything that I need. So I should be able to do videos on a more regular basis, because like my time is, you know, like it's getting more available. Because I'm actually able to manage my time extremely well, because I'm not working a stupid piddly ass job during the week like I was last semester. So I have like Monday through Friday, if I have no homework, I have all that time in the world to film. So there's that, and that's pretty much what I've been up to the last like month, a little under a month or so. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And my social media is down below if you didn't catch it in the banner. And yeah, just remember that it's free to be nice and don't be a dick. Bye guys.